Lee Haney and Dorian Yates. Dorian Yates and Lee Haney. The age-old question, who was better? These two dudes met once on the Olympia stage during the 1991 Mr. Olympia event, where Lee Haney competed for his ninth and final time, if I'm not mistaken, at the Olympia event. It was his 8th win. So, yeah, would have been his 9th entry into this event, and it was Dorian Yates' Mr. Olympia debut. And to win on your debut is obviously impossible. Only Larry Scott did, and that was because it was the first Olympia. So after that, nobody's ever done that. Dorian Yates maybe came the closest. Could you actually say that he deserved to defeat Lee Haney? Many will say yes, many will say no. I am going to go through all of the shots, all of the pictures that I found, and I'm going to give you my opinion on this. Now, I did this comparison a long time ago. Far away in a different galaxy, I think. So, yeah, I don't think it was quite me. I don't think it was quite me. Got to look at this at all angles, guys. Lee Haney, to the novice, to the somebody that just got into the sport, bodybuilding, Lee Haney's winning this one. Look at that great big man's chest. But when it comes to conditioning, thinner skin, you can see no layer of water whatsoever. I mean, you can see the muscles popping in the delts. In that case, Dorian Yates is your man. But you have to take everything into consideration, guys. You have to look at all of the shots. And without further ado, let's go through the 7 mandatory shots. No most muscular in 91. This is a blurry shot, but you can use them all mathematically, I guess. You can see the silhouettes. And Lee Haney, structurally speaking, now this is a little clearer. You can see conditioning maybe a little bit better. Now there is discrepancies about their size, the sizing. Lee's a bigger man. Dorian's got a great big long neck and a big tall head. He's got a big tall head. So that renders them close to being the same height. But make no mistake about it, Lee is a bigger man. Obviously, here's a better shot here. That other one, obviously making Lee, angling him a little bit better. Now, is it a clean victory for Lee Haney here in the front double? I would give him an edge. I don't think he's actually destroying Dorian. So right out of the chute, it gets controversial. Go to the front lat spread. And this is, I'm giving you guys what I got. This is an on stage. Now, this is probably your best comparison, your best picture of each. And silhouette-wise, if you're there looking at them, yeah, Lee does look good. He's a big king cobra, throws in the vacuum shot. But the more you analyze it, the more you see Dorian's lats, he's quite Dorian-esque indeed. Now, here is photo shoots, but they're both from the 91 Olympia. So take it for what it is. You can count these ones or you don't have to. The lats are huge, guys, for Lee. Dorian seems to have a better set of wheels, I would suggest. Very interesting. Yeah. Go to the side chest. See? Now this one is close. This one, not this pose, but this matchup is very close. Now this one I am giving to Lee Haney. Hard to see the conditioning, of course, but I think that structure is just too much. Of course, we do have a closer one here. And you know what? Haney is in decent condition. I think that obviously we've seen from the first shot that Yates has an edge in condition, but this is maybe more of an edge that Haney has in the big man chest area. As good as Dorian is, you know, all the bodybuilders, the great ones, have a weak body part here and there, and the chest for Dorian. Now, this is just as easy of a win, in my opinion, that is, for Dorian Yates in the side tricep. He had a Mac Daddy side tricep, I'm here to tell you. You guys know what I'm saying. He was awesome. Lee Haney, I don't know what he's doing, checking his nails. Checking the nails. You guys remember that? Far away, or a long time ago. Now here is a side tricep pose. An actual one for Lee Haney. And I'm sure you guys will admit that Dorian is taking this just like Lee Haney was taking the side chest an edge to Lee in the front double, maybe an edge to Dorian in the front lat. You know what that means? It's a tie game, guys. Now here is the back shots. And here is where the controversy comes from, I would say. Obviously, Lee won, guys. Lee defeated Dorian. But when you look at a shot like this, and I'll be honest, this is not a Christmas tree flex for Lee Haney. But I mean, come on. Do you think he really could match that type of level of condition of the shadow Yates? Look at Dorian's mullet. Wow, that's a good mullet. But yeah, condition all over, lights out. Now, when you go through the shots, it's less of a condition edge. Obviously, that last pose wasn't a Christmas tree flex for Yates either, or for Lee Haney either. So you got to be fair. Even in the arms, you can see the more vascular, thinner skin for Yates. But ultimately, Lee Haney has a massive big bat wing back. And here is the on stage. And it's two totally different levels of condition here. Good, decent separation there for Lee Haney. Awesome back. Dorian Yates. A little unsymmetrical he was in the rear lat spread in 91, I'll tell you that. But condition-wise, the hamstrings, the glutes, calves are big. Decent calves for Lee Haney. Surprised on that. Not known for calves at all. Criticized. Here is maybe the closest shot. It's a black and white. Gosh darn it. Black and white shot. Haney. I think Haney's getting it, guys. I think he's getting it in the back poses. Obviously, the Christmas tree flex showed that Dorian was in superior condition. So, take it for what it is. Interesting. I see. This one here looks like a Dorian Yates shot. So you really got to watch the footage too? You got to take everything into consideration as well. Because that last one looked like a lights out for Lee Haney, our man Lee Haney. But this one here displayed very well. And you can see Dorian was unsymmetrical in the back, in the lats. Right from day one. Not too bad. Definitely enough to defeat 99% of the guys in the rear double. Finish it off. Because there is no most muscular. I think Dorian Yates has a better set of abs. I'll tell you that right now. And I think he has better condition. Maybe better quads as well. But the structure of Lee. Here's another exhibit. Another shot of it. Another exhibition of posing. And I'm kind of on the fence about this one. Now, they asked Lee, do you think Dorian was defeating you in the matchup? And they'd show, like, the side-by-side one. And he said, well, he's definitely not defeating me in those shots. He said. But you have to take everything into consideration. And at the end of the day, I think that Haney, he may be doing enough to get a victory in this one. So is it fair? Did the judges get it correct? Or did they just lean towards the Olympia champion? And that's the other thing, guys. If you're being fair, if you're looking at this as an event, Mr. Olympia event, 1991. This is Lee Haney going for the 8th record-breaking Olympia. He's been champion 8 years running. So if anybody has some political pull in that sense, you really have to knock out the champion. So did Dorian Yates knock Lee Haney out? No, absolutely not. Is he giving him a run for his money? In which case it is a could go either way situation for old Mark's Max Muscle? Absolutely. I think it could have went either way in the front double. I was leaning towards Lee. Could have went either way in the front lat. I was leaning towards Yates. Maybe because of the lags and the lats. Lags too. Side chest, one to one, side tricep to the other. And it came to the back shots. It was an obvious win for Lee Haney. The silhouettes, the muscles. But the condition, was an obvious win for Yates in both shots. So it's a real topsy-turvy situation in the abs and thigh. You could have given to Yates. So yeah, mathematically, Yates maybe did win this one. But yeah, Lee Haney, he also deserved the win. Who does Mark's Max Muscle think won this one? I think Lee Haney does, because I am focused more on aesthetics nowadays, because that seems that the judges are less focused on the glutes, things of that nature. Maybe they'll go back the other way and I'll have to redo this one in 10 years. Who knows? Lee Haney, he was the man. Hey, look at his structure, guys. He's just so dominant. So dominant, if he was peeled, nobody'd ever touched him. Hit thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it. It's an obvious, touchy subject. The Church of Dorian, and obviously the even older religion of the Lee Haneyites. So hit thumbs up if you believe in either one, or if you don't believe in them. So I guess that's everybody. You gotta hit thumbs up, I suppose. Have a great one.